If you want to perfect your beachy waves this summer and fall, keep watching this video. So hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Today we are styling the Whitney unit, which is basically a beachy waves unit with some highlights throughout and a little bit of a money piece. I do have the dye tutorial for this. I believe it's the last video I posted. If not, it is on my page already anyways, so you can go and check that out if you want to see how we got this color. First things first, we're gonna start off, of course, plucking the unit. For me personally, I am doing this as a business, so I do not pluck as much as some people just because I want my wigs to actually last. And also, the vendor that I use has a pretty natural looking hairline, just naturally, I guess, when they send the lace, so it's not super dense, so I don't have to do too much. And over plucking your lace is gonna mean that it doesn't last, so we don't want to do that. And then we're going to be going in with the T3. I love these curlers. Definitely believe the hype. Like, it's completely different than any other curlers. You can use like a different type of curler. I use Conair, Ion, but T3 is definitely the best out of all of them. And for these curls, they're actually pretty easy because you are not curling all the way to the end. You're curling until you have a few inches at the bottom, depending on how much you want straight. And then you are unraveling and pulling the bottom through so that it straightens as well. I'm gonna keep showing you guys so you can see a better view, but it should turn out something like this. So you'll have the curls at the top and then you'll have a little bit of straight at the bottom. That's what's gonna give you those beachy wave type looks. And then you're gonna keep doing that all around the head. You do want to make sure that you are curling away from the face just so that it frames the face properly. Some people do like to curl towards the face, but for me personally, I like to curl away from the face. Sometimes I may switch it up just depending on like the placement of the hair. Like if it's underneath, sometimes I will keep the curls going one way just to make it easier for me because you don't really see a difference when you take it out. But definitely towards the top, you want to make sure that you are curling away from the face. For this look, I like to take medium sections, not super small. It doesn't need to be super precise. The whole like appeal of this look is that it's kind of messy. It's kind of just like effortless. So you do want to take a little bit larger sections, you know, a few tracks at a time. You do not need to be going track by track or even 2 tracks at a time. You can definitely take some more hair. The more you want the hair to curl at the top is the longer you're going to hold it on the barrel and the longer you're going to keep it kind of bunched when you take it off the barrel. If you want them to be looser curls and looser waves, just take it off of the barrel straight and don't leave it on as long because that will allow the curl to just kind of fall once you take it off. You can also pin them if you really want it to be super curly. But for this look, I don't think it's necessary because it wants to kind of look like just barely a curl. Maybe you did these a few days ago. Like it's just, you know, it's calm. That's the style. So as we're going around the head, I'm doing the exact same thing. We're going to be curling as usual at the top, leaving a couple inches at the bottom for that straight end, and then unwrapping and pulling the end of the curl through the barrel to straighten it out. You can also go ahead and pre-straighten the hair if you want it to be super silky at the bottom, but I don't think it's necessary because this gets it pretty straight. But if you are working with maybe a kinkier texture or you're working with hair that has a tendency to not be super sleek, I would definitely say get that done first and then go in and do this step.
In about 2 days, been about 3 years since I dated you. Why you still talking about me like we together? I moved on for the better. You moved on to whoever. I was down for whichever and then some. You gon' make me think to work again. Better day than yesterday. I just take it day by day. Never hearing what they say. I just do it my way. All I got is these broken clocks. I ain't got no time.
Once you get to the top, just a quick tip is if you want your lace to lay super flat, when you are styling, part the hair into sections and hot comb it in sections. So don't just try to hot comb it all at once, all in a big section. Take it in pieces and hot comb it that way so that you're really making sure all the hairs are going the way that you want them to, instead of just them being like folded over each other. If you try to do it all at once and then you part out and look in between, you'll see that some of the hairs will be kind of bunched up, so it's not gonna lay as flat as you want it to. The key is to really go slowly and go in section by section so you can make sure everything gets super flat. And then for me, for these type of curls, I do like to hot comb it a little bit like it's going forward on the head instead of just going straight to the sides. I don't know how else to really explain that, but it frames the face a little bit better. And I also like to push the hairline back a little bit so it has a little bit of a bump. All I do with that is lay the hot comb on its side where the rounded part is and hold it there to create that bump, and then just fix it to my liking as I go through the hair. Now for these front pieces too, if you want them to lay in front of the face like you see everybody do, I see all the salon people, they have it like kind of swooped in front of the face and you're wondering how they get it to be that way. It's setting your curls where you want them to go. So you can see I'm using these little creaseless clips to do so today. All you're going to want to do is, while the hair is still warm or still hot from the hot comb or from the curler, you want to comb the hair into where you want it to be and clip it in place so that when it cools and it dries, it will, you know, set into that place. And then you're also going to want to obviously set it with hairspray after that. But I'm just going to do the same thing on both sides. I'm going to curl it away from the face, comb it to set it where I want it to be, and then let it cool before I set it again with hairspray.
When I get low, when I get low.
So for hairspray, I'm going to be using the Kenra hairspray. I believe this is the platinum version. Any one of their hairsprays really is going to do the job. I just happen to have this one at this time, and I do really like it. It is not like super crunchy or hard on the hair, but it does really hold those curls in. And then I can take some of my Sebastian Shaper for the front areas. That's what I was using when I was pushing the hairline back, just because it's a super light hold and it doesn't like make the hair go white or anything. I'm also gonna go in with some sparkling soda. It is like a shine mist from Dry Bar. It is very, very good. It also doubles as a hair perfume because it smells really nice as well. And you can just spray that all over the hair, and it just gives it a nice little shine, almost like the hair has a gloss on it, and it doesn't like weigh it down or anything. It's very, very light, so that's great to use. And then as far as combing it out, you want to make sure that you're using either a wide tooth comb or you're using like your fingers or something like that. You don't want to be using like a brush or like a smaller comb, because you are going to comb the curls out. You're going to elongate them and then they're going to fall out. So you want to use something with a wider tooth, so that you are not disrupting the curls too much, but you're still getting them out of that super uniform look. And that's what you want to do. Make sure you're not using a small comb, because you will ruin the curls that way.
When I look outside my window, I can't get no peace of mind. When I look outside my window, I can't get no peace of mind. When I look outside my window, I can't get no peace of mind. When I look outside my window, I can't get no peace of mind. When I
Once all the curls are finished and you kind of have everything set where you want it to be, you can go in and do some final touches. I like to just clean everything up with my hot comb, like anything at the front, because as you're combing out, you're going to like mess it up. And for me, because I'm about to be taking pictures of this unit and then packaging it up, I want it to be super duper neat. If you're about to put it on, it's not as big a deal because you can fix it once you have it on. But if you are shipping the hair or you're just styling it for like the next day or whatever, I would definitely say just fix it up to have it basically perfect before you leave it to set overnight or however long you're doing that, or before you ship it out, so that you can make sure all the hairs are going in the direction you want them to and nothing got moved during the whole comb out and other styling process.
Intrusive thoughts that paralyze. Nirvana is not, it's advertised. There's got to be more. Been here before.
And that is it. This is how I get my beachy waves to look like this all the time and look like they just came out of the salon when I just did it at home. This does take some practice, of course, so definitely try it out yourself and kind of get your rhythm with it. But it's not super hard to do. It's one of the easier styles, so I love showing you guys something that you can easily do at home, or that if you have ordered a wig from me, you can replicate it easily. This is one of the most go-to easy styles for me, just because it doesn't take that long and you can take bigger sections. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. And at the time that I'm posting this video, we do have our Virgo sale going on. So that includes signature collection wigs. Those are $250 off. And we have our vendor list for $25. So you do get 3 of the vendors that I use all the time, including the one that I used in this video, for $25 until the 15th of September to celebrate my birthday. I'm turning 25 this year, guys. So definitely go and support if you're looking to grab a new wig or you're in search of some vendors. We also have the color class on sale as well. So if you're looking to learn like one-on-one with me, that is on sale as well. So definitely take advantage of this, because if you guys know, you know I do not do that many sales in the year. So definitely take advantage while it is on, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.